big photographic ego. And you know, for me to say that, even my work, I could see in my work a big photographic ego. And that's not good. That's never where I'm meant to be. As a personality, as a person, I don't have an ego. I'm basically Midlander, down to earth. I like to do what I do. There's a lot that you need to do when you're working as a photographer. I could come up with all these guru moments and PowerPoints and stuff like that, but really, just wanted to say, if you want to be a photographer, just go out there and give it a go. It's not easy. You know, influencers taken over the marketplace, but they are not going to be carrying on. I know you use Instagram. Instagram was a great thing, but it's changed. But look, I'd say even now I'm still learning. I'm learning the new art of street photography. I started off as a student many years ago and I did street photography. You know, I'd say that if you're going to be a photographer, that it's great to specialise, but you've got to be able to work in different genres as well. If you want to be in business as a photographer, you've got to make money, otherwise you're going to go out of business very quickly. I love what I do. I love coming on location. As you can see from my social media and my website, I pretty much have done most of my work on location. Had agents in London. When I had agents in London, I found that they never really got you the work that you wanted, and I decided to pull away. I spent a few years in Athens. I assisted direct bookings for photographers from the UK, so the likes of Jonathan Glyn Smith, Neville James, Uli Weber, who's a great influence for me. But in those days it was more film. But I lived there and I worked there and I assisted there and I learned an awful lot. Came back to the UK, set myself up, and off I went. Didn't know much about anything. I'd left the agency days and I'd gone back into photography, and I just decided that I've got to give it a go. And then from there, everything you can see now is what I've done. It's also important to note that these campaigns are great, but you don't always get those campaigns. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into other types of jobs. I work for agencies and agents where sometimes I can't let the pictures out, and they're quite nice, but a lot of other times you just get direct contact from SMEs, small to medium enterprises, brands that are trying to get off the ground. They always try to book you and engage with you. And what I'd say is, always look at where they're going, look at the style, and see whether you want to do that. I never say never. It's not always about money. Sometimes it's about the type of job that you're doing, the type of work, and where you're going to go. Some of the Lambert's campaigns were, I think the biggest one was 27 days away from home. That should have been a fortune, and it wasn't. However, it was very, very lucrative, but I offset it against the chance to do 4 weeks of travel, all expenses paid, different models, different locations. We did 12 countries, Croatia, Slovenia, Austria, Germany, Belgium, England, Ibiza. I worked in Ibiza with Dita Von Teese, you know, and I also worked with Petra Nemcova at Stonehenge. It pushed me as a creative, so I offset all of that information with the amount of money in the post-production. I got the post-production as well, so I did most of the post-production on that. So it's a major campaign. I was very, very happy. But sometimes you just get a tiny little job that comes along and you think, what? I'm not going to do that. Then something changes your mind, you do it. And sometimes you just got to run with the idea of give it a go, see where it gets to. If you're going to make some money from it and it's something in between bigger jobs, that's great. Don't always say no just because you think the be all and end all. You know, I'll just say this. Sometimes I've had a bit of an ego as a photographer. Go, nope, I only shoot this, I only do this, I only want that. And I realised not long ago that I've got a big photographic ego. And, you know, for me to say that, even my work, I could see in my work a big photographic ego. And that's not good. That's never where I'm meant to be. When I was at university as a photographer, or Polytechnic as it was then, I just wanted to be a photographer. And bit by bit, as I got higher up the ladder, you know, treading up that ladder bit by bit, it just became egotistical. Now, as a personality, as a person, I don't have an ego. I'm basically Midlander, down to earth. I like to do what I do. Things I don't like to do, I won't ever do. But I just like to be happy in what I do, and I'm happy taking pictures and creating pictures. And sometimes you can get a campaign that it gives you loads of money, but it doesn't give you any satisfaction. Really, I need to do what I want. So little by little, I'm doing my own thing. I'm looking to do fine art a bit more. I'm looking to find my own clients. I'm niching down. I'm launching workshops. I'm doing masterclasses.